Welcome back to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We will get you out of here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is serve live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. So let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, with us is Rod Sawacki with us, Wayne Scott, and Shane and Mickle. Here's how they'll light it up for this evening. Scott, Mickle, Zawacki, then I will close this one out. All right, we got baseball on the board. Boy, the Cardinals with that ninth inning comeback win game one of the doubleheader against the Tigers 2-1. Still 15 games on the board from Major League Baseball. We've got 3 from the NBA and 4 on the ice. So let's get the show underway here. Let's welcome in Wayne Scott. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring Wayne in right now. Action here on the diamond with Wayne. Let's see if we can bring him in here in just a second here. We usually close it with Wayne. We started today with Wayne. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? What's going on, Pick Dog family? Hope y'all doing good out here today.
It's going great. All right. Wayne, we're going to go Major League Baseball tonight as we have the Pirates in Oakland here facing Athletics. The Pirates are 31, total of 7.
Yeah, that line moved. When I placed my bet, it was definitely not 131, but I still like the Pirates at 131. I know they have not been playing well, but this is a perfect bounce back spot for Alex Wood on the mound. Mitch Keller, veteran pitcher. Yes, he has his days where he gets cranked, but in spots like this is where he does good. And when he turns the ship around against a bad team, as I said, I know the A's have been playing better, but I just cannot trust them on the mound against a veteran righty like Mitch Keller to continue to hit the way they've been hitting. They play their worst ball when they're at home. They're not a good home team. On the other side of that, the Pirates play their best ball on the road. The Pirates also hit lefties well on the season, and not only do they hit lefties well, they hit them well on the road. I just expect to turn around and bounce back with Mitch Keller on the mound. Pirates are the better team. I know a lot of people are going to be humping up on the A's just because they've been playing well against good teams, but feel like this is just a great bounce back spot for the better team. We're getting a light line with the much better pitcher, and we just got to hope the bats come out like they did when they started the season for the Pirates.
All right, Wayne here on the Pirates, minus 131 here against Athletics. Athletics team, but believe it or not, the one bright spot from this Oakland Athletics team has been the play of their bullpen, where at home this year, just an ERA under 3. The Pirates, we saw that when that last homestand was just so depressing for that team because they just showed nothing at all. I mean, it was the mood in that stadium, the fans with that feeling like, oh no, here we go again, right? We had that great start, then oh, here we go again. This team is going to be bad again. It just seems that the Pirates team just locked in a fight. I mean, yesterday was the best spot. It was a major spot for them, right? They played the Giants in a weekend series. They get Oakland. Oakland's in a 10-game road trip. Come home, no day off, and they beat the Pirates.
Yeah, like you said, that's why I come back and play well this game right here. I admit, I'm with you. The Pirates had a great opportunity to get the win yesterday. Well, should have had a great opportunity to get the win. And Athletic keep defying the odds. But I just think Mitch Keller also, the last time he played the A's, he got cranked up, and I think you just remember things like that when your team is playing down. A veteran pitcher like Mitch Keller, I think he tries to turn the ship for them in this game right here, especially off of that loss yesterday. As you mentioned, a game where they easily should have won with the A's coming off that road trip.
All right, we got Wayne here. Pirates laid $1.31 against the Athletics tonight, 9:40 Eastern Time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Pin for tonight's action. Of course, we do have games on the board here from the NBA with that 3-game card. Also on the board, that 15-game card here from Major League Baseball. 4 on the ice as well. Wayne having a great baseball year, 1,366 units of profit. All documented over at Pick Dog Pin. What do you have going on over at the site?
I have a 3-pack. I have my best bet out for MLB, and I have 2 basketball plays, but those are for long-term subscribers. So it's always good if you're not a one-play getter or somebody who just likes to get the 3-pack. I try to make my 3 days and 7 days and 30 days. My long-term subscribers, I try to give them the bonus play. So that's what I have today. No NBA out for sale, but I have NBA for my long-term subscribers. But I do have a 3-pack in the sport I've been the hottest in, MLB, and I have my best bet in the MLB. Looking to smack that one tonight. Love that play tonight. So you catch me over there. Not a lot of handicappers on the show tonight, but pair me up with whoever you feel comfortable with. And let's get this cash for today.
That's right, guys. Got aboard with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dog Stream. We see the great results from Wayne here. 1,366 units of profit. MLB document over at the site. So get on board. Of course, the run with the promo code Pick and checkout will save you that 15% off. You guys like that 1 week pass here early in the week. We still have first round series in NBA going on, NHL, of course, all the baseball. Get on board with Wayne. Use that promo code Pick and checkout. Save that 15% off. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you show. Team of success. We'll catch up with you again on the show tomorrow. But let everybody know you've got that video series with your boxing over on the channel.
Yes, sir. We got Munguia versus Canelo coming up, man. The odds aren't that great, but I did find a line where I love and where I feel like we can attack this boxing card. So if I don't get that video out for you, I'll definitely be on Friday giving you guys that pick, so you guys can get some cash with me on that boxing play.
That's right.
Tons of boxing coming up. So just about to say tons of boxing coming up. So if I can't get this play out, not this play, but this video in for you, it's like 3 or 4 main fights this month. So you'll definitely see something soon.
That's right, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, set notifications so when Wayne drops these videos, you get them right away. All right, Wayne, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, Tony T, appreciate you. I'll get with your Pick Dog family. Good luck on your best tonight.
Got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive to. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Time for our chat pick of the day. Was him swing and a miss yesterday with those Nuggets. Couldn't cover the spread. The chat has still won 9 of their past 12. So today's chat pick of the day will be the 76ers and the New York Knicks. If you like the 76ers +4, it's letter A. Knicks -4 is letter B. Over 204 is C. Under 204 is D. It's your chat pick of the day. Of course, keep them coming in, guys. I know we were on track with the Lakers yesterday. Then Chris comes in and says Nuggets, and man, he had a swarm of Nuggets supporters coming in. Rod tried to warn you yesterday. And Rod tried to warn you. Didn't take the warning. So get the plays in. First one here off the bat. Sixers and the Knicks pick coming in. Right off that. Blake here with the 76ers. We got Ray Taylor here with the Knicks. Keep these picks coming in here, guys. It's the chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. We'll continue to tally up these picks as they're coming in. Looks like we got another one in for the Sixers here. All right, let's welcome in Shane Mickley. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Stream. We'll bring Shane in right now. Coverage in the NBA tonight. I think we could bring it here in just a second here. There is Shane. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, Tony?
It's going great tonight. All right, here we go. Pacers and Bucks. We got some closeout possibilities here tonight. We see the Pacers favored on the road here, laying 4, total 216.
Yeah, I mean injuries are the talk of this game heading into it with Damian Lillard and Giannis. I guess both technically questionable. It sounds like they're more doubtful. I don't think they've technically been ruled out yet, unless they've been ruled out in the last 15 minutes. And then on the other side, Halliburton is dealing with some back spasms. But he was also dealing with back spasms heading into the last game. I've got to assume even with the questionable tag, he's probably more towards a probable, while the other two are more towards a doubtful. And even if Halliburton doesn't play, I still like the Pacers in this game. That number probably will move a little bit, but I still like the Pacers. When Doc Rivers was hired, the talk was to be about how the Bucks defense was going to be better, and they showed a little bit of signs of that. But the last couple of games, the Bucks defense has been awful. They gave up 125 points in the last game to the Pacers. And I think that defense struggles again. And then on offense, when you're missing Damian Lillard and Giannis, your team really can't expect that heading into a playoff series. It's really just bad luck on their part. But when you're relying on Patrick Beverley, even though I still love him from his time when he was with the Timberwolves, when you're counting on him to be a major contributor on the offensive end, your team's gonna be in trouble. I just don't think the Bucks have enough offense here, and I'm gonna lay the Pacers. I'm gonna lay it with the Pacers laying the points.
Laying the 4 here with the Pacers here against the Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, we're looking at some of the injury news here. Obviously, from this game, it's going to be the talk of it. as you said, Giannis, definitely doubtful. So is Lillard. Halliburton, he did play through his back spasm. So last game is still with the questionable tag there as well. Looked like Beverly and Middleton are on the probable side here in this one. But, really, it's tough to say. Pacers defense got a little better second half of the season. It wasn't as bad as it was early in the season, but it also means their pace of play really drastically reduced.
Yeah, it was interesting. After I made so much money with with them early in the season with those overs, I kind of was a little late to the party getting out of them with that defense playing, focusing a little more on defense. But that's key, especially in the playoffs. I know here they like I said, they've been given some good luck, but if they want to move on past this series, it's going to have to be the defense in the later rounds, especially when they're facing teams like the Celtics. Because they're not going to be putting up 140 points a night against a defense like the Celtics. So this is a good test for them. Obviously, they still need to advance past this round, but they can't be giving up 100, 115, 120 points to this shorthanded Bucks team if they expect to make any more noise in the next round if they do advance.
That's right, no doubt about that. All right, your Timberwolves here will be taking on the Denver Nuggets in the next series. We know they're going to be playing here on Saturday, but Doug, let's ask you about the series price here. Denver's favorite 215 to take back here on Minnesota plus 180.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I mean, it might just be a homer, but I mean, even the numbers, I don't know how the Wolves are plus 180. They found success against Denver in the regular season, and the team defense. I mean, they showed it. It's definitely been a tougher series, but they showed it that last round. Their team defense is good. Of course, Jokic is a much tougher matchup, but I think there is value there, especially. I mean, the Nuggets are never out of it. They showed that against the Lakers, but they really did not look good for most of the Lakers series. Even though they escaped, they had issues. They got bailed out with Jamal Murray's shot last game, but even last game it looked like they were going to lose that for most of that game. I don't know. Anthony Edwards is the talk of the NBA right now, and I think there's value there with the Wolves.
Game that really got me upset was the last game of the season, and I had kind of plotted it out. I thought that gave it the thought pattern. I said, you know what? Even if OKC wins, the game Minnesota against Phoenix is very important because if they can finish tied with Denver, they would have the tiebreaker, and they would have home court if in this 2 versus 3 matchup. And sure enough, they choked that game against the Suns, and now they gave the home court advantage to the Denver Nuggets. I mean, I'm still shocked why Minnesota did not bring out a good effort in that game against Phoenix. When you know that the Nuggets, a very good possibility that no one was going to change. I mean, if everybody won, nobody was going to change positions. OKC 1, Minnesota 2, Denver 3. Everybody won but Minnesota. Minnesota fouled a 3. So now they lose home court advantage in what we thought would have been this series. I mean, it factored out both teams were going to advance.
Yeah. Well, it's even more confusing. I mean, I admit after the last game, I thought it was just I thought the Suns were a bad matchup, but especially after the way they looked against them in those 4 games in the playoff series, it's shocking that the way they came out. But I mean, Towns wasn't fully healthy. That was his I think it was his second game back or first game back, so he was not getting integrated, and it just shows how important when Towns isn't in foul trouble and playing well. It's important. I mean, if Towns goes back to his ways where he's pouting after not getting foul calls and getting in foul trouble, the Wolves are going to be in some issues with this series. But yeah, it's frustrating as a Timberwolves fan, but I guess that's how it's going to be. We did win 1 game in Denver this year, so at least we we can win there. But yeah, it's home court would definitely be nice.
That'd be nice, and actually bring in some momentum after beating New Orleans, right? So now you got more road games in this series. They'll probably stay at home because they're going to get a lot of rest here right before they face the Nuggets. And of course, they have the tiebreaker against Denver, which tells you they had success against Denver. So we'll see how it rolls here. Denver, we got Denver going to lay 4.5 here on Saturday. It's it's going to be a late night game here. Actually, mid-afternoon game in some places. 5:30 Eastern time looks to be the start time for this one. But and total's 208.
One more point on the Wolves series. It'll be interesting that first game, especially with Chris Finch. Maybe not being on the bench. Who knows if he's going to be in the second row? I mean, it's hard to imagine he's going to be. He's going to be the one in the front. Leading the team. So it'll be interesting to see how that. He seemed to push the right buttons all year with that team. It'll be interesting to see if that has any effect on this Wolves team. As crazy as it sounds, injury to the coach was the talking point coming out of Game 4.
Draymond Green, I don't know if he caught the tweet. He goes, "Coach, you can't leave. You got to stay here."
I was shocked. I was shocked they brought him back. I thought they were going to put him in one of those chairs, at least have him, sit at the end of the bench for the rest of the game. I was shocked he went back to the locker room.
Yeah, that was a little shocking indeed, no doubt. But interesting to see here Saturday, Game 1 of the Western Conference semifinals. Minnesota will be at Denver. Denver has the home court in the series. Denver favored 4.5, total 208. And if you're thinking money line on Minnesota, it's plus 154. We just gave you the series price. Denver 215 to win that series. So it should be interesting to see how it plays out here as we got Shane's T-Wolves continue to move on in the playoffs. No longer house.
Yeah, there's a buzz that I haven't heard in this town for a long time, except of course in the Vikings. But Minnesota is a basketball state if the team is good, and now I guess the hope is that you can keep it, Edwards happy and he doesn't decide in a couple of years he wants to leave, because he's truly becoming the next star of the NBA.
Well, you can always try seeing Cousins back over there.
Yeah,
right. Craziness in the NFL.
What a disaster the Falcons are.
I don't know what they're. It's hard to think. Well, again, they gave up on Belichick, but it just probably wouldn't have been a good fit for him anyway. For Belichick, he's probably better off not going over there. The more I think about it.
Yeah. It is funny how Cousins said he went there for more stability and the long-term deal, and now, I don't want to get on a tangent about this, but the craziest part about that entire situation is the Falcons GM saying maybe in year 5 they would play him. They would they would play Penix. So he drafted someone to pick up their 5th-year option on and play him. Okay, makes sense.
When somebody is NFL ready, it's a difference. This guy's very close to being NFL ready. I don't think you want to sit someone on the bench who, you want to put a 2nd, 3rd, 4th stringer in there. A draft pick, but not someone taking that high is NFL ready. It just doesn't make sense at all.
Right.
But we got the Pacers here for Shane tonight, 9:30 Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at pick.com for tonight's action. Of course, NBA on the board, 3 games on the board, 4 on the ice. Still 15 games from this Major League Baseball card, so big card for Major League Baseball as we got Game 1 of the doubleheader in. I know Shane was smiling with that Cardinal comeback in the 9th inning. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, like you say, the Cardinals comeback was my first win of the day, but I still have 2 packages up there tonight. I have a sampler, which is my best MLB, best NHL, best NBA for $39.99. Or I do really love this basketball slate tonight. I have 3 plays up there, one on every game, including the total in this Pacers game. Also $39.99. But all 3 sports are going. I found success with the NHL during the playoffs, so no better time to hop on that 3 or 7 day pass, and we can make some money long term.
Long term is the way to go, guys. Get on board with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs. We're still first round territory here in the NBA Plus. So lots of volume here. All the baseball as well. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off any packages from Shane Mickle. All right, Shane, as always, great having you show. Have a great night. We'll catch up with you again in a couple of days. But everybody know we can catch your written work over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat.
Yeah, Pick Dogs, Sports Chat plays, of course, NHL, MLB, but on Sports Chat, I've been doing a DraftKings Pick 6 every day for the NBA. I think I've won my last 2 days on that, so make sure to check those out. It's something new that DraftKings is offering. I've had a lot of fun with it and found some success. So more fantasy articles coming on Sports Chat, please. So make sure to check those out.
Check them out, guys. Get on board here with Shane, and of course, check him out over there at the sites for his written content. All right, Shane, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again a couple days.
All right, sounds good. Have a good night, everyone.
Got it. Shane Mickle here on the Drive. We'll continue here on our show, guys. Reminder here on the chat, pick of the day. 76ers and Knicks. If you like the Sixers +4, it's A. B for the Knicks, -4. C is the over 204. D is the under 204. So our chat pick of the day, and right now it's 5 on the Sixers, 4 on the Knicks. The chat has won 9 of the past 12. Looking to bounce back after that loss yesterday. Taking the Nuggets. Did not cover. They won the game, but did not cover the spread against the Lakers. Rod tried to warn you on that one. Kellyanne coming in here with the Sixers. We've got Fong coming in with the Sixers. We've got Michael Wasik coming in with the Knicks. So right now it's 7 on the Sixers, 5 on the Knicks. Another one coming in here with the Sixers. And we got this B and C situation coming in again. So I don't know. Easy B coming here from R&A says Easy B. Easy on the Knicks. So far 8 Sixers, 6 on the Knicks. And we've got one over the total there. Kellyanne coming in with her A with those Sixers. All right, we'll continue here on the drive-thru. Let's bring in Rod Zawacki. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Had the chat pick of the day yesterday, right? But you guys, he told you. You should have tailed Rod, right?
We should have. You would have been talking about a winner. Man, they almost had the money line. It was so close.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray with the late bucket to dash the hopes of the Lakers fans to come back. Man.
No, I tell you, it's funny. It was interesting last night because there was so much drama at that hour, right? Right at that minute, right? You had the Laker game finishing, the drama with the Golden Knights and the Stars, and you had that walk-off for Seattle. So it was some interesting moments there late.
All of a sudden, it was like boom, 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 just like that. All of a sudden, it happens late night action. You got to be ready to go. I had the split screen going. I was watching the basketball and the hockey, and then the basketball wrapped up, and then I flipped over and I caught the last of the baseball too. So it was just one of those things. It was like, yeah,
it was exciting.
I didn't need that goal in the Golden Knights game. I had the under 6, so I got a push with that empty netter. I was hoping 3-2, and I was like, wow, I can't believe it's 3-2 still.
I tried to warn the Man Machine Tron about that under in that Lightning game. I was worried about that what happened, right? It's craziness there.
Well, how many empty net goals? 3 empty net goals in that one.
That's gonna be horrible.
Closeout games that's what happens. Patrick Waugh started a trend where in the NHL they pull the goalie with sometimes 3 minutes left. Especially if you're down 2. If you're down 2, you got to do it with 3 minutes left. If you're down 3, they start doing it with 4 minutes left to take a shot. Because we've seen crazier comebacks.
Yeah.
Down 2, down 3, we've seen it. It happens. You get that advantage. It's like a power play when you got 6 on 5.
That's right. And nobody knows that better than Patrick Waugh, who was in the nets for the years for the Canadiens team. Montreal.
Yeah.
Yep, there's no doubt about that. All right, Rod. A lot of closeout games tonight. Everything is 3-1 except the Golden Knights and Stars.
All 4 is all 3-1, right?
All 3-1s. All 3-1s. Not a whole lot of drama in the first round. Maybe there'll be some drama picking up. We'll see we'll see what Rod thinks there could be a possible 3-3 in some of these 3-1 series. We'll take a 3-2 the way it looks now. We'll take a 3-2. We could use a 6 game somewhere. We don't want these dead nights. But anyway. Predators and Canucks, we're going back to Vancouver. Vancouver up 3-1, and a fortunate 3-1 because that empty net goal hits the post for 2-2. Now it's Predators down 3-1. That's got to be oh my God, it's a kick in the groin for the Predators. Canucks $1.23, total 5.5.
Oh, huge kick in the groin for the Predators. They would have tied up the series, and it would have been a new series best of 3, and you're guaranteed one back at home at that point. But they missed that one, and as I've seen in hockey before, when you miss that empty netter, sometimes it comes back to haunt you, and it sure did in game 4 there back in Nashville. But if you look, game 3 and 4 was dominated by the Predators, outshooting the Canucks 60-33 in those 2 games. Last game 30-21, and in game 3 30-12. And you know what? I've seen in hockey games where you may outshoot the team, but guess what? You still come away with a loss. And it's, I think, the first time ever that we've seen a Canucks team that we've had 3 different goalies win a game in this series, where we had DeSmith got himself a win. We had, in game 1, we had Demko get himself a win. And then we had the win by Silvos last time out. And who's getting the start here for the Canucks in this one? I think Silvos gets the start again for the Canucks, but he's going to be backed up by DeSmith. I think DeSmith is ready to go for the Canucks in this one as well. So nothing confirmed for the Canucks on who's getting the start. I think Saros gets the start for the Predators. I don't think they changed it up here and put Kevin Lankinen in. And the Predators, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. As you've been out shooting the Canucks in these games. But now you're back in Vancouver. That crowd's going to be going absolutely bananas in a closeout game. We know how Vancouver fans are. They're riled and ruckus just like the Oilers fans are. So even the Canucks, they stole those games in Nashville, and they're going to come out with a better start in here. And I think they just close it out. Everywhere I see, they think it's going to make a run. And sure, you've outplayed the Canucks in those last 2 games, but sometimes that happens in hockey. You may not, you may outplay a team, but sometimes it doesn't equate to a win. I've seen it so many times in many sports where this happens. You get outplayed, and you still win the game, and that's what happens here again. I don't think they get outplayed here tonight, though. Canucks team that we've seen all season long play their best hockey at home, they come here to play in this one and get themselves a win. Especially Brock Besser, man, with the hat trick last game, with the big comeback, I think he gets another one here. Almost play. Brock Besser gets another goal for the Canucks in this one.
There's your bonus there from Rod here on the Canucks, leading 123 here against the Nashville Predators. The only thing Predators can hope for is they have a repeat here of that game 2 where they got a 3-goal spread there on Vancouver, winning 4-1. But then after that, it was all 1-game losses at home in this series, so it's been fairly close.
It has been very close, right? Like, these games haven't been blowouts. The ones in Vancouver, 4-2 Vancouver. In that one, I believe they got an empty netter late in that one. Yeah, empty netter late. So it was 3-2, a 1-goal game there. And as we see in the last game as well, it was 3-2 late in that one. The Canucks got the one to make it 3-3 heading to OT. And game 3 was 2-1. And it was only with that 4-1, and I'm going to say at least one of those was an empty netter. Yeah, see, so it was 3-1 in the one that Nashville got the win. So.
Uh-oh. That's a bad sign. That's a bad sign, Rod.
My dog never barks. That's a bad sign for everything, because now I'm like, my dog is taking off. He's like, there's got to be a cat or something.
Oh, goodness.
Got to be somebody at something outside. He doesn't bark at anything.
Wow. Maybe when you came in with the Canucks. Oh, no, Rod. Oh, no, Rod.
I don't know. Maybe the first time that I've had a dog bark, so I guess we're going to see how this goes.
We'll see how it goes.
When my dog starts barking. We know what Big Al's dog is when he starts barking.
We'll see what happens here with this one. Is the Canucks here looking for the closeout here against the Nashville Predators, right?
Sure. I still say the Canucks. Canucks dance. Canucks dance.
There it is. It's Canucks
That's
days.
what Kenny was doing. He was just barking and doing the Canucks dance.
That's right. He was giving you the cue, Rod. You missed the cue. All right, we got some times here. Bruins and Maple Leafs looking for the club. You give much hope for these these teams down 3-1. You don't have much hope for them to come back, right?
Maybe.
All right, Rod. Now he's on the maybe side.
I have no premium in this one here, so I can definitely talk about the Bruins and the Leafs. You look at this one here, and Bruins do what they do always every season in the playoffs, beating up on the Leafs, up 3-1. Don't forget, the Leafs did come back down 3-1. But is Austin Matthews going to play this game? Slim. They're going to leave it up to the doctor. So they pass it off onto the doctor. The poor doctor's going to be like, he has to make the decision whether Matthews plays or not. I've heard that he had food poisoning and been lingering through the playoffs, trying to struggle through that. And then now I heard this morning that he's got a concussion and he's been struggling through that. Well, everybody's looked and I've seen videos going back at where did he get concussed? So I don't see any concussion there. I don't know. It just sounds like more Maple Leaf BS to me. So how can you not just bet the Bruins blindly here? It's going to be Swayman and goal. The Leafs are going to change it up. Wall is going to get the start here for the Leafs. You know what? I think he is the better goalie. So the better play for me here is the under 5.5. I think you got a low-scoring one. It's lopsided. I think it's 4-1. Bruins. I also like the Bruins minus 2.5 plus 280.
Ah, there you go.
Done.
Bye-bye. Goodbye to the Leafs. Of course, Rod may have premiums here. Islanders and Hurricanes. Islanders hanging on for dear life here. Got that? Well, they did show a little heart there in that game before, though. Give them credit for that.
And you look at this one here, and for me, yes, the Islanders did have heart, and they came back. But you know why? Because Varlamov was in net. Sorokin was awful down the stretch for the Islanders, and they started him in like 2 games. I wouldn't have started him at all. They keep riding with Varlamov and this Islanders team. I think this is not 3-1. I think this could be easily 2-2. People forget that coming into this series, the visitor was 8-0 head-to-head between these two teams. So just because all of a sudden it changed around a little bit here, and the Hurricanes got their wins at home, you know what? I put a sprinkle on it already. I'm taking the Islanders to make this go back to Long Island. Patrick Waugh and company. That momentum with Varlamov and net was huge. I know I'm not wanting to lay minus 250. I think the Islanders have a good shot to come back and win this game. And if you want, you can take the plus 1.5, but I'm going all in. I think the Islanders come back. Give me 1 second here. I found there's a stat that says that agrees. The puck line with the you figure the closeout game for the Hurricanes, that they're going to pull the goalie if it's late and they get that puck line win. But I know I seen a stat where it was craziness the other way.
If you like the dog, if you like the dog in regulation, that might be some pretty good too there.
Right, the dog in regulation for them to win outright. But here it is, Carolina covering the puck line at the PNC Arena. Well, sure, they've done it the last 4, but head-to-head between these two teams, it's been a different story. It's been close. So like I said, it's the road team has won it. Just dig out the stats.
Well, Rod's looking that up. We just got some breaking news. Mike Trout, torn meniscus, needs knee surgery. So bad news. The news just gets worse and worse for the Angels.
Here it is. The Islanders have covered the puck line in 11 out of the last 12 games as underdogs coming off an OT game. So they won that last game in OT. Well, guess what? They're 11-1 to the puck line now following an OT game. So that's pretty good odds for the plus 1.5 with the Islanders. But I don't think so. I think the Islanders win this one.
Islanders. Forcing that one. So there may be a 6-1 here. We're looking for a 6 game somewhere. Avalanche and Jets are going head to head here. The Jets back home. That's the positive news, but they've got work to do.
Oh, the Jets have huge work to do. You look at so far in this series, it's been all Avalanche. And sure, the Jets got the win in that first game, and it was 7-6. They were lucky they held on for the skin of their pants in that one, the way the Avs were coming. And I think if there was 5 more minutes left in this game, we're not even talking about this. The Jets would have got swept the way they've been playing. But we've seen Hellebuck in these spots that he can pop up and have a good game. I think the play to go here is the under 6.5. I know we've seen overs in all of them so far, but the Jets, what we've seen all year is the Jets defense. They need to step up here, and if they in this game, I think at home, crowd's going to be going absolutely bananas. It's white out in Winnipeg, as it always is. I like the under 6.5. I think it's a lower scoring one. I think Hellebuck must step up here.
You know, they got to get physical. They got to get physical because they can't. The Avalanche just skate a little too fast for Jets. They got to start pounding these guys. Got to start hitting these dudes.
Like the Kings did, right?
Yeah.
Like we seen in game 4 from the Kings. Expect that from the Jets. The Jets are one of those teams that can bring the physical. You look Tyler Toffoli, that has been a playoff rental for many teams over the last 3 years. Came from the Kings, I think, for one of the playoff runs versus the Oilers did Toffoli. But he's now here with the Jets. The Jets picked him up for a long run, and they need a little more out of him. And I think they do. They step up, and you got to hit this Avalanche team when they're fast, and if you don't slow them up. You got to do what Ben did to McNabb last night. Yeah. Woohoo! Did he ever slow him up? McNabb was about to go by, and he was like, no, you're not having that. Like that. Rangers, this is what we get. I like the under 6.5 here.
Rangers going to have a long layoff here. They're sitting here. It looks like if they face Carolina, we get some look-ahead lines here. It looks like Carolina will be a $1.40 series favorite in that one with the Rangers bring it back plus 120.
Right, and now we'll go 6 or 7 too. I have no inklings that the Islanders are going to come back and not beat Carolina. I think Carolina wins it the next game in Long Island. I do. I think the Islanders win one more. And then head-to-head against the Rangers. And it could be a close, tight series. You know, both goalies can definitely play. Shesterkin stepped up his game, and Anderson coming off that back after being injured. You might as well say that Anderson's kind of like Stone. He's pretty rested and still ready to go. He's played, how many games this season? Maybe 15 at best. So he's ready to go. Anderson in goal, so kind of lead Carolina. Carolina's a tough out.
Florida's at home now, resting after knocking out Tampa Bay. If they face Boston, we have a series priced up there. Florida minus 150, return on Boston plus 130.
We'll see in Boston, all they know is place in Florida, and they tank to let Florida win. So what is Florida supposed to tank and let Boston win? I don't think so. I think Florida has been dominant over Boston a few times, and I like Florida in that one.
I think we all expect the Kings tomorrow to get beat. I expect that myself. I expect Edmonton to get it done in 5. That's what I said. I think it's going to happen. And Edmonton.
What I said from the beginning, remember? I did say I said Edmonton in 5 because I want to go to the game. So I want to go to game 5.
You're going to be there tomorrow?
I will be at the game tomorrow.
All right.
Yes.
Rod will be there
tomorrow.
I'll
be at the game for game 5.
Rod will be in Game 5 tomorrow night with Kings and the Edmonton Oilers. But they would play the winner, I believe, here of the 2 versus 3 would play the winner of the Stars and the Knights, right?
No, I think they play the winner of the Canucks Nationals.
Oh, that's right, Canucks, right? The Canucks series. That's right, the Canucks series. We're 2 there. So you got
play the winner of the Canucks series. So as an Oilers fan, you kind of like the dog was, but maybe that's why the dog was barking. He was like, "Hey, you don't want the Canucks to win yet. You want Nashville to beat them up a little, and soften them up." No, you don't. You want to take Nashville out of their misery. And let's face the Canucks with their 3rd string goal.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they have some goaltending issue there. There's no question there. So right now, it's a nice road. It's a nice road for Edmonton. I got to tell you that.
They do their job and continue playing like they're playing. I think they've got the clear path of the Western Conference Final. But it's the Legion to do that. Avs, Knights. But I don't think it's going to be the Avs Knights. I like Dallas to come out of that series, as I told you guys yesterday.
Yeah.
A nice plus 160. I don't think you can find plus 160 on the
Dallas
Stars price anymore.
It turned around.
I think that price is long gone.
It is long gone. Yeah, that one is long gone. Stars now the favorite, $1.50.
Right? See? The momentum's too much. The Dallas Stars have figured out this Knights team, and now the Knights team's running. Andre's playing good, Wyatt's playing good, and the Dallas Stars are hitting like I know they can hit. So I love to see it. Yeah, I think the next game they got the Dallas Stars as a minus 160 favorite. Kind of thinking we might see some overtime there.
You might see some overtime. And the game is, I believe, they are playing tomorrow. 2 West Coast teams tomorrow. So yeah, we've got $1.62 on the Stars, $1.36 take back here. This is one of those high juice books where you get horrible odds. But they've got the odds up here. $1.62 on the Stars tomorrow. We see the total coming 5.5.
At 5.5, yeah, and I like the under there, but I like the Stars. Like I said, the Stars team is. I'm thinking for me, like I said at the beginning of the playoffs, I like Dallas Oilers, Western Conference Final.
Yep.
I think that would be a great series battle. Those two teams, when they go head to head, always produce some great hockey.
And,
but you got to beat this Avalanche team. This Avalanche team. Oof.
You'll be rooting tomorrow. The Oilers as a $2 favorite against the Kings. Kings hanging back about plus 165. That total now 6.5, with actually juice on the under in that one.
It definitely juiced on the under because we've seen what we've seen in the last game where it was 1-0. Kind of trying to go back to the over there. It's a 6.5 and juice the under. Everybody and his dog did be like, it was 1-0 last time. How are they going to score goals? They were the goals in the first few games of the series in Edmonton. The Kings can score some goals. Skinner's has turned it up, and that's the big thing, right? You look at Game 3 and Game 4, and Stuart Skinner's been the big reason, only letting in 1 goal in those 2 games. How many is he going to let in Edmonton? That's why the under's juiced. I could kind of see it. I'm a homer. I'm going to take the Oilers in regulation in that one, and I think on the
minus 120. I got some regulation lines here. So the Oilers in regulation tomorrow minus 120. If you like the Stars in regulation, it comes down to minus 105.
Yeah, I would. That's
if you think overtime, it's 3:30 on both games, both Western games tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think the Oilers are going to overtime.
No. BGK in Dallas. Now, if you think, okay, we got $3 prices, about 320, 330. 360 on the Island. Of the 4 games today, which one do you think is likely to go overtime? Because you get over $3 price on that.
Islanders and Carolina overtime.
So that has the most likelihood.
I can go overtime. And then the Leafs. Well, why wouldn't you not take there's the 2 I would take a shot with. Take a shot with the Leafs and Boston to go to overtime. And then Carolina and the Islanders to go to overtime.
If you had to play a team in regulation, which one would it be? It's
if you got regulation,
yeah.
I would take the Canucks. I really do.
Right.
I think the Canucks come out and they handle their business and they get their job done in regulations.
Plus 125. Plus 125. So that is the prohibited. Yeah. That's the prohibited winner. There would be the Canucks, and you got the 2 draws there. Now, any alternate puck line?
Canucks and the 2 draws. And then alternate puck line. I told you the Boston. Yeah. Well, I see, and then I kind of like Boston to whoop up on these. It depends on Matthews plays. If he plays, that's 69 goals out of your line, right?
Now you can get 440 odds tomorrow, plus 440 for the Edmonton Oilers minus 3.5. That's
6-2.
6-2.
I like that. 6-2. The place would be going bananas.
Oh my god! Yeah, I can see
bananas.
Could be an ugly one there with the Kings tomorrow. Could be pretty ugly there.
Oh, if it turns early, man, it could turn real quick and turn real lopsided real quick.
Oh my goodness! Yep. So you get to have some fun there with some of these alternate lines in regulations, also available out there as well, guys. So you got it there from Rod Zawacki on the show today. He's going Canucks laying the $1.24. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Doctrine for nice action. 4 games on the ice tonight, 3 on the NBA. And we're getting some of these 6 Eastern games started. So about 13 games remaining here from Major League Baseball in the primetime hour. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And over at Pick Dogs Premium, it's Tackle the Book Tuesday. So I got a nice 5-pack going where you can get 4 MLB plays plus my solo play in tonight's NBA action that I got going. I'm on a 6-0 run in that one, so you can scoop up my drop a dime play singly, or it's included in the Tackle the Book Tuesday. Or I also have my 10-star play of the day, where we're 25 and 15 over the last 40 days on it, rolling right along. We crushed it with OKC yesterday, and that's my solo play on the ice. Is my 10-star play of the day. You can definitely scoop that up singly, or my NBA play, or Tackle the Book Tuesday, scoop it all up, or go long term. We had 3 straight winning days. I had a push day yesterday. I went 2-2. 1-0, lost nothing. Those push days. So still working on 3 straight winning days, looking to make it another winning day today. Love today's action. Jump aboard. 3 days, 7 day, 30 day. Use that promo code PICK at checkout and save you 15% off.
That's right. Save that money there with Rod Zawacki on board with a long-term pass. PICK is a promo code. Save that 15% off. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. Continued success. We'll catch up with you again here on the show tomorrow. And let everybody know about your video series. You go A to Z in the NHL, as well as a parlay.
Yeah, definitely check out today's videos. We got a little 2-teamer parlay going tonight, so definitely check out those archived videos. And I got 2 videos tomorrow that we'll be able to show you. No parlay, couldn't come up with a 2-team parlay, or even tough for with tomorrow's action to find a parlay. So, but definitely like, subscribe. That way you get notified when all the newest content drops here at Pick Dogs. Click on that notification bell. So much new content here, always getting dropped at Pick Dogs. Don't want to miss out on any of it.
Don't want to miss out on any of it, guys. We got you covered here for the NHL for tonight. Tomorrow, extended the series here with Rod, a segment with Rod, getting you a lot of the action there. Get you some overtime odds, which is always good here in the NHL. If you think this series is going to be really tight in regulation, if you like a prohibited winner that could win by margin without worrying about the overtime, there's a lot of different options, betting options for you there. We got you covered there. All right, Rod, have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow and have a good drive over to Edmonton as they knock out the Kings tomorrow.
Supposedly it's snowing in Edmonton today.
Oh, no.
So from what I heard, my buddy said he's got like this much snow on the ground. So, but it's not cold, so it's not gonna freeze. It might freeze a little bit, but it's supposed to be like +8, +9. So by the time I get there, most of that will be melted slop.
Yeah.
So the windshield washer fluid is all topped up.
Yeah, well, they'll pave it away. They'll pave it away when you get to the city, right?
Oh yeah, by the time I get to the city tomorrow at that time, it'll be gone.
Yeah,
it's that time of the year where it dumps and it's gone. It dumps and melts. It hits the sun heats up the road so much, and it just holds that heat as soon as the snow hits. It stays because it's snowing so fast, and then it just melts away. Farmers are happy with it. They like the rain a little more than the snow. Snow evaporates a little bit faster than the rain into the soil.
It really does.
That's why people are all like, "Well, you got snow; it's the same." No, the snow evaporates into the air and doesn't get sucked up into the soil. The rain gets sucked up into the soil. Big difference.
Big one there, no doubt. All right, Rod. Have a great night, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
You as well. Good luck with your bets, everybody. Crush it. And also take Valerie Nichushkin.
There you go.
Colorado Avalanche anytime goal. He's the NHL sniper play of the day, and we're going for a third straight on it as well. So Valerie Nichushkin, you got a hat trick last time for the Avs, so he's been lighting the lap. He's hit 5 straight goals. Going to make it 6. Valerie Nichushkin gets a goal.
Yeah, it was from Rod Zawacki on his way to Edmonton. All right, Rod, have a great night. We'll catch up with you later.
You as well. Catch you on Wednesday. See ya.
See ya. Rod Zawacki here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show, guys. Let's take a look at the chat pick of the day. We asked you for this game here, 76ers and Knicks. If you like the 76ers, it's letter A. Knicks is letter B. 76ers plus 4A. Knicks minus 4B. Over 204C. Under 204 is D. Right now, it is close. We have Sixers with 8. Knicks with 7. So keep these picks coming in. And if you already picked already, go ahead and put in your show pick for the day as well into the chat. Chat pick of the day. Chat has won 9 of their past 12. This is another close one here. So get those picks in here. Again, Sixers A, Knicks B, plus 4 for Sixers, minus 4 for Knicks. All right, let's continue on here on the drive through here as we're getting some picks coming in right now. We've got a couple here. Okay, we got a couple more coming in right now as we speak here. Sixers getting some love here, Raven Ron and April with the 76ers. So Sixers now have extended their lead here as we continue here on the drive through. Let's get to my pick and then we'll close out the show for this evening. And we're going to be looking here at Major League Baseball, and then we'll get to the recap. So we've got time here to get my pick in before we get to the recap. All right, here we go. We're going to be looking at Rays and Brewers. Brewers a big price here, but we'll be looking at the underdog here, Rays plus the 158. You know, the Seattle worked out for us yesterday well with that walk-off homer to get it. But issue here with the Brewers have been their bullpen at home. They show an ERA of near 6 in their 12 home games, and they've had struggles against the 4 left-handers they've faced, hitting just 184, pushing across 2.5 runs a game. The Rays have hit better on the road, and their bullpen's performed a little better on the road for this Rays team. So we'll go ahead and take the Rays here at the plus price here against this Brewer team. Has been having a little bit of struggles of late entering this contest. So we'll look here for the Rays to get it done tonight. Guys, check out Pick Dog Stream. I got a best bet in the NBA tonight, as well as a 3-pack up there with 1 NBA and 2 from Major League Baseball. So get on board. Remember, use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Multi-cap promotion also available. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. More picks coming in right now. David coming in with an A. Rod likes A with the points. Likes the Sixers to cover, Knicks to win. So Sixers to cover from Rod Zawacki. Bo Dunn coming in here with the Knicks. But so far, right now, it is 12 for the Sixers, 8 here for the Knicks. We got a lot of Sixer love here at the end, and that's what the chat pick of the day here is going to close out right now because my pick is over. So it will be the New York Knicks not getting it done. It's going to be the Sixers. 76ers are the chat pick of the day by even a wider margin, 13-8 tonight. So there you go. So now that we got your chat pick of the day, now guys, go ahead and put in your show pick, and we'll read off to everybody. Get your show pick in right now. Chat pick of the day, once again, will be the 76ers plus the Force. Chat has won 9 of their past 12. All right, let's get to the recap. Wayne was on the Pirates, laying the 131. Shane was on the Pacers, -4. Canucks, -124 for Rod. Rays, +158 for myself. That was my pick here on the show. I would probably think the Canucks there with Rod Zawacki. All right, that's going to do for this edition here of the drive-thru. Make sure now get your show picks into the chat. We'll read them off. That'll do for this edition of the drive-thru. We'll be back again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. give out their plays for you in real time. Remember to always get started with that morning show. We are live here at live with the morning show, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time during the week with Mitch, with Chris, with Jay. Remember, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, his betting tools show. We got Jay's NBA Jam session. Of course, we've got Chris with his Around the League. Rod Zawacki, NHL A to Z, every game on the board up there for you, as well as a parlay from Rod Zawacki. Also, video contributions here on the channel from Wayne Scott and his boxing video series. Of course, Brian Bittler, as he gives you his sharp contrarian plays. Dana Lane against the public betting. All access from Big Al McMorty, Ron Romanelli with his baseball breakdown for you here on the channel, and many, many more video series like the Mills with his UFC rundown, and as well as his prop shop. Nerfies, Yerfies from Brad. Parlay shorts from Javon as well. All right, let's go ahead. Before we sign it off, let's go ahead and get the show picks from you folks tonight. All right, Bo Dunn likes the Avalanche minus 117. Let's cash from Bo. Blake likes the Guardians money line tonight. That's from Blake. And let's see who else we have here. Chris White Thunder, Avalanche minus 120. Lando 86, Carolina team total over 3.5 there. Danny Piffin likes Bruins and Avs money line parlay. Michael Wasick, Phillies lay the run line, lay the run and a half tonight there from Michael Wasick. Bruins win here from Danny Piffin again. Let's see what else we have here. Let's see here. Let's see if we have any more. Michael Wasick likes 5-2 Canucks victory there. So if you're looking for alternate lines there, likes Canucks by 3. Michael Wasick, Orlando with spread. If Orlando spread there. Let's see what else we've got here. Last call here, guys, for your show picks before we sign off for the day. Give your last call on the show picks. Let's see what we've got here. That's going to do it. We got them all in here. All right, guys, that'll do it. Let's bring in our crew from tonight. Goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow on the drive-thru.